Tonight, some Lubbock homeowners tell us they are worn out as crime victims after getting burglarized more than once in the same house. This was brought to our attention after a story we brought you Friday when a Lubbock woman captured doorbell video of a man who she says came to her home 3 times in 48 hours.
KCBD News Channel 11's investigative reporter Shaley has learned she's not the only victim.
Thieves caught on camera.
They are looking in windows and whatnot and trying to get through the front or the back door right there. And then they notice that our back window slides right open. They tried to get in, and my dog Freya, who's a great big white German Shepherd, scared them off.
Nicole Shipman says this man showed up on her property 3 times in 48 hours, stealing her pricey bicycle and air pump, while his buddy took an axe. Shipman says she scared the man off once, and that too was captured on camera.
And he runs right into that trailer. Biggest boom I've ever heard.
We first aired these videos on Friday, which caught the attention of Cindy Hobson.
The gentleman that broke into our garage, I call him the dumpster guy, is that man. It's the same bicycle, the same backpack.
Hobson says he stole a knife and tools and caused quite a bit of damage in the process.
He probably did about $1,500 to $2,000 worth of damage. And then this weekend, in order to try to beef up our security, we spent close to another $1,000.
Hobson says she heard from another woman who also spotted this man across town, peeking over her fence.
Looks like he burglarized 3 houses in a day. And that's just the ones we know about. That's just the ones that were caught on camera. So at what point in time is enough enough?
Cindy's husband, Rod, is a criminal defense attorney and tells us they have reported 7 burglaries at their rental homes in the last 2 years.
It's somewhat frustrating. I mean, whenever you have to continually replace tools and that sort of thing, not to mention the wasted time and resources of the cops coming out.
The first burglary happened in November, and the Hobsons offered up a reward for information on the suspect.
I think it was over 20 people that called me and told me who he was. That happened in November. In March, the DA's office called me. And now bear in mind, I had 6 videos, about 4 really good pictures of his face. I had one of him holding one of my cameras in his hand and getting the second camera in his hand. And the DA told me that there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute this case.
I mean, you know, how much more do I have to do? If they just get out of my way, I'd try the case.
It's a question we took to the Lubbock County District Attorney's Office, where Chief Prosecutor Baron Slack told us he'd look into it. The next day, the Hobsons told us Slack visited them.
But with your intervention, all of a sudden, we are told by the office that they are now going to file the case. And, he took copies of all I had and said that he was going to look at them to see why things weren't being done. I think it was you saying, y'all need to look at this. You really need to look at this.
We revisited Slack to learn more about what happened. When I interviewed the Hobsons yesterday, they said that that case didn't go anywhere, but today that's not the same story. Can you tell me what has changed without going to the specifics?
No, I cannot. And it's an ethical obligation on a prosecutor.
This family was frustrated because they felt like those crimes weren't being taken seriously. What do you want people out there who are victims of property crimes to know?
Yeah, I would say to people, simply because something may take longer than we want doesn't mean it isn't being taken seriously or prioritized. If you have a problem with the way a case is going, you've talked to police officers, talk to us, we will get you an answer. If you don't get a satisfactory answer from this office, then call me, call the DA. We're going to seek justice on those cases.
Shaley Sanders, KCBD News Channel 11.